The current reality of isolation, social distancing, uncertainty, and the inconvenience that the COVID-19 pandemic has brought into our daily living has crippled plans most people had for the year 2020. Even though it's only the 5th month of the year, concerns about the growing number of cases in the country and around the globe certainly have got everyone on high alert, and in turn, having a serious economic effect on various industries and commercial activities, including the bars and businesses that surround festivities like birthday celebrations, celebration of life and anniversaries, and of course, weddings. A typical Nigerian wedding involves a lot of merrymaking, glamour, and all the paraphernalia that makes the day memorable. Over time, a big business has emerged from meeting the needs of organizing a wedding to taste. Today, that industry, like many others in the society, is hanging in limbo owing to the lockdown. Even with the promised ease on lockdown in the coming days, the strict social distancing policy in place means businesses around big events are still in freeze zone. Kumbi Oyelese is the creative director of April by Kumbi. She's one of the renowned bridal designers in the country, counting their losses.
A lot of people have had to postpone their weddings, so it's affected designers, planners, event halls. It's affected the whole wedding industry, amongst many other industries. And obviously it's affected me a lot because a lot of brides that I would have had for April, spring, summer, have had to postpone their weddings to end of the year till next year because we really don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of months. We're just hoping for the best.
Now, did you think a day will come when you'll be wondering when we're going to have a wedding?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. For someone like me that I have a bride at least every other weekend. I have a bride somewhere in the world every other weekend. So for me not to have any bride, any weddings, for about 6 weeks now, it's definitely not something I ever thought would happen.
But let's look at how much impact this will have on your business. Why? Because there are a lot of people designers, the retailers, they actually bring in their clothes to sell, their dresses to sell. But you make your own dresses here. What are the challenges you are going to face moving forward?
One of the challenges we're already facing is most of the things that we bridal designers, or a lot of designers even here, use. Even when we have to go to Yaba or all these other places to buy things, all those people are still buying things from China. They're still buying things from Dubai, and borders have been closed for a while. So there's no access to buy anything, to even make anything, except if people already have stock or have some inventory. So it's affecting, it's affecting us just as much as affecting people that are bringing in things, because most of my fabrics come from Dubai.
Although the uncertainty surrounding businesses in the industry is heartbreaking, Kumbi understands why everything has to be on hold at this time.
I don't see anyone having a gathering, our regular Niger wedding of 1,000 guests. I don't see it happening anytime soon. Not just even, you want to be able to enjoy your wedding, you want to be able to let people have fun. I would advise most people doing events to postpone it, or just make their wedding smaller, make their guest list smaller. But if they do want to have the number of guests that they normally will have, people dancing and all that, then they definitely should postpone. Virtual measurements, you still have to do fitting.
Now, what are the challenges you go through as a bridal designer that you think this COVID-19 pandemic is going to compound?
The problem I'll probably say light. Electricity, definitely. Hopefully they help us sort that out, because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not going to lay off any of my staff. I'm going to try and keep them, keep as many as I can, or keep all of them as much as I can. So if there's no light, if I'm having to still do, pay out of pocket to sustain, like for this month, we've been closed for about 7 weeks now, because we closed earlier because we had brides that came in for fitting. So we closed earlier, and it's been like 7 weeks. I still got a bill from PHCN this month of over, almost 100,000. We were not open. Nothing was on. So how do we? I feel like maybe the government should step in, help entrepreneurs, because we can't sustain that.
Picking out a wedding dress is a crucial part of the planning process for the bride. The excitement, anxiety, and the wow feelings that comes with it is gone for now.
What I've said to most of my brides is that your day will come and it will be beautiful and it will be what you've dreamt about, because I can't even imagine how disappointing it must be for a lot of brides that have planned not just even their weddings, their honeymoon, paid and all that, and then having to cancel, move flights, and not even certain of what date to use because they don't know what's going to happen. So, I mean, I'm very, I won't say I'm that religious, but I'm very spiritual. I believe that if you leave everything to God, God will ordain your steps. I just, tell them to pray about it, and just be very hopeful. Their day will come. They will get to wear their dress. They'll get to, be with their family and enjoy their day when the time comes.
For bridal retailers like Ahioma Ose, owner of Brides and Glory Bridal Store, this is also a bad time.
Majority of the brides still prefer to have this in-person collaborative experience. That means they have to come into your shop basically, and then when they come in, it's still, you have to deal with them in very close proximity. You have to feed them, you have to touch, you have to make measurements and everything. So it makes it really impossible for us to open at this time if we have to respect the whole social distancing, and that's actually one of the major problems we're having right now. And also we have the other issue with cost. Yeah. Shipping costs, production delays, shipping delays. The price of shipping, the cost of shipping now is almost ×3 of the original price.
The price you got it.
Yeah, so even when you have the money to pay this extra cost, to get a cargo flight coming is still difficult. They'll tell you, oh, the shipping is not coming in.
All right, before the lockdown, were there brides you were working with?
Oh, yes, we had some brides we were working with before the lockdown. 2 weeks ago, we were supposed to have a wedding. 3 weeks ago, we were supposed to have a wedding. But, of course, it didn't hold. But I've been lucky because we've not had any requests for refund, because most of the brides had not cancelled yet. All they did was postpone the wedding.
A lot of people are taking advantage of the internet, a lot of virtual shows. Are there ways that the bridal sector can actually take advantage of, whatever it is people are doing on the internet?
Oh yes, actually, because first of all, majority of our customers will source them from online, from the social media platforms. We use the Instagram, we use the Twitter, we use the Facebook. Yeah. We use all these avenues to push out the business, to push the business out there. We still let the customers know that we're still available for consultations. We still do virtual consultation, basically. Talk to the clients, find out what they actually want, despite the fact that they cannot come in the studio. Yeah. But we're still able to get word across to them via social media platforms. We also use the same opportunity to send words of encouragement and positivity to them during this whole lockdown period, and encourage them to stay strong, especially for the ones who have had to cancel or postpone. So yes, it's been really helpful for just one reason. It still gives us the opportunity to be able to come in contact with our customers without having them come down here.
She must navigate these logical challenges emotionally and physically while trying to position her business for virtual consultation if or when the opportunities arises.
For now, it's slow. We're hoping it's going to still pick up. On the long run, I do not think it's going to have that much effect, because even all the weddings that are postponed, cancelled till further notice, people will still get married. But the only thing is, if people embrace this virtual weddings that we've been seeing on social media, and also people embrace this cutting down the guest list to 20, then we would see the choice of dresses may change. People may not want to go for luxury, flamboyant dresses. If they're having intimate ceremonies, they will want to have a dress that is
tone
more...
it down a
yeah,
bit,
tone it down a little bit.
Now, on a typical day, if a bride walks in here, all she has in her head is that, okay, I'm getting married, but I have no idea what I want to wear. How do you look at her and give her her dream wedding dress?
Just the way people are different, so their taste and their choices, yeah. So the very first thing we do is we ask the bride, do you know what you want? Do you have an idea of the kind of dress you would love to wear? Oh yes, I do. My job is easy. Oh no, I don't. Okay. So we start by asking the basic questions. Do you want a ball dress, or do you want a mermaid dress? The style of dress is the first step we start. Let me show you
An example?
an example. Yes. So, like this dress we have here, it's a typical mermaid dress.
Okay.
And you can see it has, we have the details, the bead details. We have this one also, which is the ball dress.
Yeah.
You see, this is a little bit more, has more volume than this one. So when we're able to get what the bride wants, we start asking other questions. What color do you want? Do you want white? Do you want off-white? Do you want ivory? Do you want champagne? We start asking those kind of questions. We also have to do with the bouquets also. That's also another thing that they have to decide.
The color.
Yeah, the color. Sometimes some of them try to go for different, they try to go with the color of the day, or they want to go with something neutral. It doesn't matter what they want. We advise and we suggest different colors and different ways that they could tone up what they have
What they have in mind.
what they have in mind. Yes.
The pandemic is certainly an eye-opener for her.
Despite the fact that we've been closed for 1 month, we don't have, we still have to pay the rents, we still have to pay salaries, and utility bills. I still got my utility bills a few days ago, despite the fact that we didn't open for the entire month. So these bills need to be paid. So we need to find a way to, a way that we could
make sure your business is covered.
exactly, to make sure for situations like this. So this will cause us to have a critical look at the business. So we don't, what if this goes on for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months? What's going to happen?
These times has got everyone breaking out of the box in their operations as the quest for business survival balances out with the pursuit of living a happy life.